Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 129. Please subscribe. As promised, we are not left in that space of the world I see holds nothing that I want. We are brought forward to the realization that beyond this world, there is a world I want. We will never be left in a space of anxiety or that would, possibly engender fear within us, the separated ones, as we seem to be in this world. So beyond this world, there is a world I want. Yay! This is the thought that follows from the one we practiced yesterday. You cannot stop with the idea that the world is worthless, for unless you see that there is something else to hope for, you will only be depressed. And that is not the intention of this course. And we are promised we will not be left comfortless. Our emphasis is not on giving up the world, but on, and this is good news, exchanging it for what is much more satisfying, and it's filled with joy and capable of offering us peace. Do you think that this world can do that? Can this world offer any of this to us? I don't think so. Now it says it might be worth a little of our time to think once more about the value of this world that I see, that holds nothing. Perhaps you will concede, you will agree that there's no loss in letting go all thought of value here. The world you see is, listen to this list, merciless indeed, unstable, cruel, unconcerned with you, quick to avenge, and pitiless with hate. That is the world we've been holding on to. This world gives only to rescind. It gives, but it always takes away. And it takes away all things that you have cherished for a while. There is nothing in this world that is lasting. No lasting love is found, for none is here. God's love is not here, and only God's love is real. This is a world of time where all things end. Everything ends in the world that I am looking at. Is it a loss to find a world instead where losing is impossible, where love endures forever, hate cannot exist, and vengeance has no meaning? Would that be a good exchange? I think it is. Is it a loss to find that all things you really want and know, they have no ending? Everything that we really want, it has no ending. They will remain exactly as you want them to throughout time. Throughout time. Yet, now this is where we go, yet even they will be exchanged at last for what we cannot speak of. For you go from there to where words fail entirely, into a silence where the language is unspoken yet surely understood. Remember that door? We go through that door. So we come from the world that has no value into the world beyond that does have what I want. But there's a next step. So this world that I do want, that has happiness and joy, this is the happy dream. It's still a dream, but it's a happy one, as the Course tells us. But beyond that, we go through that door into a space of timelessness, a space where we communicate, but without words, because words are simply and merely symbols. In this, as we go through this door, communication is unambiguous and plain as day. It remains unlimited for all eternity. And God himself speaks to his Son as his Son speaks to him, but their language has no words. We will communicate in and with our thoughts, for what they say cannot be symbolized. And again, language, words, simply symbols. Their knowledge is direct and wholly shared and wholly one. Knowledge, remember, is of God, and we will join in that knowledge after we go through the door that Jesus holds open for us. How far away from this are you who stayed bound to this world? This world is a prison, but we now know that we can exchange this world for the one we want, which is the medium step in between. But now the last step is certain, and now we stand an instant an instant space away from timelessness where we go. Here can you but look forward, never back. We look forward. We don't go back into the past. The past is gone, and it can touch me not. And we don't go back to see that world again, the one that we don't want. We have no real desire to be there. And here the world that comes to take its place. As we unbind our mind from the little things, we loosen the chains around all of the thoughts of this world that has kept us prisoner. Value those thoughts not. Do not give them any value, and then they will disappear, just as the ego disappears when we give it no concern, no attention. Esteem those thoughts, and they will stay, and they will seem real. If we stay with our mind believing that what this world offers is real and true, it will stay for us. All we need do is realize there is nothing here that I want, but beyond this world there is. So now it tells us that this is our choice, and what loss can be for you in choosing not to value nothingness. This world holds nothing that you really want, but what you choose instead, you do want, and you want it indeed. Let it be given you today. It waits but for your choosing. It is always our choice. We always will have that free will to take the place of all the things you seek but do not want. And we practice with willingness today. We are practicing 3 times a day, 10 minutes, morning, evening, sometime in between. And we begin with these words: beyond this world, there is a world I want. I choose to see that world instead of this. For here is nothing that I really want. There's nothing here I want. And now it's the most beautiful imagery here that we close our eyes upon this world. We go into the deep part of our mind in the silent darkness. And now we watch the lights that are not of this world, but they light one by one by one. And as each one lights up, where one stops, the next one begins and begins and begins, that we have this beautiful chain of illumination. And it will all blend into one in front of us. And these are the lights of heaven, and they will bend down to us, which is an image that is in several parts of the course and the workbook of God bending down to us, or trees bending down to us. Heaven, the lights of heaven, bend to us to shine upon our eyelids as we rest beyond this world of darkness. And here is light your eyes cannot behold, but yet your mind can see it plainly. It is within us. It's not because we see it outside of us. And our mind understands this is a day of grace that is given to us, and we will give thanks indeed. This day we realize that what we feared to lose was only loss. We were holding on to something that was indeed meaningless. And remember that God did not create a meaningless world. So now we understand that there is no loss, for we have seen the opposite to it at last, and we are grateful that this choice is made. And remember this decision hourly, yes, daily, but hourly. And for on the hour, or sometime during each hour, we say to ourselves, and it's a blending of yesterday's and today's lesson, that this world I see holds nothing that I want, but beyond this world there is a world I want. And I can see it, and I can be in it, and I can experience it, because it has given us that ability through our Father and our elder brother. So we share this new world, this whole world, with everyone and everything. And that's it for today, and I hope it helped. Now we continue on this tomorrow with the realization and the true decision that it's impossible to see 2 worlds, and it's a giant stride. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please smile. Smile for this really good news. And taking a deep breath, release this world, release the chains of this world, and smile at the new world that you are entering. And share that. Namaste.